Welcome to today's video. I want to give you my 20-week pregnancy update today. Now, for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Freya. I'm 47 years old and I'm currently 20 weeks and 4 days pregnant with twins. We had 2 donated embryos transferred in the Czech Republic in May. May 14th was my transfer date, and so far everything looks really great. Gonna give you my updates. I'm sitting in my living room with my back to this wall today because I just got through recording videos for my other channel. I think I do have links below here for my other channels. My main channel is really, I'm a vocal coach and a singer, and I do those kind of videos where I give, singing advice and singing tutorials, and that's why I'm sitting here today. But I thought, if I wanted to record an update, it's very easy. Everything is set up and then I have the mic hooked up also. It's better sound too. Okay, so not a lot has changed. My nerve, fortunately, is not pinched anymore. Those of you who actually attended my live last week, or it was like a week and a half ago, I think, you know that it got better. A couple weeks ago, I had a pinched nerve that was pretty bad. I worked out, I did some exercises, and I moved it was a bad move that I made, and that just caused really, really bad pain in my lower back. There was a nerve that was pinched. I could hardly move for days, but after about 4 days, it got a lot better, and now I'm better than before ever. I still exercise every single day, and again, I say this every time, but it makes the biggest difference. It makes such a huge, big difference. I mean, I can't even say how much. I try to mix up my workouts. Sometimes I would do more cardio. Sometimes I will do a little bit more strength training, with light weights, upper body, arms, and especially also back exercises. There are really cool exercises you can do for your back that where you don't have to lie down on your belly or anything like that. Also working your obliques, your side, your muscles on the side here. You should not do your ab muscles that are in the front, but the obliques on the side, it's a good idea to strengthen them because, as far as I understand, they really help close that gap between your front ab muscles after you give birth. Because the front of your ab muscles, they kind of move sideways. That is normal. There's something called diastasis rectus, whatever. And that is when they really separate out. But, there is a certain degree of separation that is absolutely normal because, where are your muscles going to go, right? They're not going to grow. Your muscles aren't going to get bigger just because your belly gets bigger. They just kind of move out of the way. And your oblique muscles are really important. So there are really cool exercises you can do for your obliques, like a halfway side plank, not all the way up, but with your knee down. And I feel it really helps my back and my posture overall. I think singing also helps my singing posture because I'm a professional singer, and it's kind of so deeply ingrained inside of me to have, not bad posture. But even when I go for walks outside, I notice that I want to arch my back because my belly is kind of heavy now. It's getting there. I'm going to show you my belly in just a minute here. But when I think about my singing posture and lift my sternum a little bit more, I'll leave my shoulders nice and relaxed, I can counteract that, making that arched back, which is really bad because it puts a lot of pressure on your back. So really paying attention to posture helps a lot. I still sit on my pregnancy ball almost all the time. Why am I even sitting on the chair now? I have no idea. I still drink tea every day. I did some research. Of course, now I'm in the middle of my second trimester, almost 21 weeks. And there are some teas that are really safe, and the list that I've found was like peppermint is really good. Right now I'm drinking chamomile tea mixed with a little bit of lavender. I actually like chamomile and lavender, that mixture, which is also great to drink in the evening, or, of course you don't want to drink too much in the evening because, I already have to go to the bathroom at night several times. But it's good to make sure you're always hydrated. Rooibos tea is really good also. So those are really the teas that I'm drinking right now. The raspberry leaf tea, I don't want to start until later on because, you know, it has the potential to cause contractions or something. So toward the end of your pregnancy, a few weeks before you're supposed to give birth, it's a good idea to start with raspberry leaf tea because it prepares your uterus for contractions. So I'm going to do that later on. Yeah, sleep. Like the past few nights, I've been sleeping really well, but it started out with my nerve being pinched in my back. And of course, then it was really, really hard to sleep. I did not sleep well at all because every time I moved, and I'm someone, I have to move a lot when I sleep. I just turn around all the time. Plus, I have to go to the bathroom several times at night. I mean, even when I wasn't pregnant, I always had to get up like twice at night. And now, I don't know how much, like 3, 4, 5 times sometimes at night. But it was really hard to sleep. And then I had like restless legs. So bad. And I just feel like it's partially psychological. I feel like when I don't know, I had days when it was really, really bad. I had like this tingling in my legs. I couldn't be still. It's really annoying. So what I did was I just got up at night and I don't know, I came to the kitchen and I unloaded the dishwasher. I dusted. I did something because to me it's always, you know, it's a waste when you just try to lie down and you just can't sleep. For me, it really helps if I get up for half an hour and then I lay back down, and then it usually works that I fall back to sleep. So, but that was for a few days, for a week or so, I had like really bad sleep. And now, I don't know, it's really good again. I don't know if it has to do with vitamin D. I hadn't taken vitamin D for a while. And because, you know, in the summer, I don't always take vitamin D because I mean, I always go outside a lot, but in the summer, I'm not covered up that much. And also the sun is out a lot. And I think natural vitamin D is really awesome. But I started taking vitamin D again, my 4,000 units a day, and I don't know if there's a connection, but I feel like my sleep has gotten better. It is important, though, to take the vitamin D earlier in the day and not at night, because it can mess with your melatonin. I'm still taking my magnesium, and I don't take iron supplements, but it's like a juice. And I don't know if you can get it anywhere else in the world, but here in German we call it Kräuterblut. It sounds a little nasty. It's translated, it means herb blood. It's only called blood because it's a red juice. It's kind of a weird name, but it's herbs and some fruits, and it's very high in iron. I think they add a little bit of iron also. I don't know, a little bit, maybe a lot. But that is a lot more gentle than taking actual tablets as an iron supplement, and it's more natural. There's already a lot of vitamin C in there. Your body can absorb iron better when it's taken, you know, when there's vitamin C also. So that juice has been great. Plus, I think it tastes kind of good, and you just take this little capful. It's like medicine, but I think it tastes okay. I like it. So yeah. That's with my sleep, it is getting better again. I also had the feeling like my hormones, I don't know. They say that because of high estrogen, sometimes you might not be able to sleep. But I don't have any hot flashes or anything. My temperature is normal. And again, I feel like other than that I didn't sleep for a few days, I feel amazingly great. Of course, it does get harder to get up. Like I have to do everything just a little bit slower, which is normal. But as far as eating, I can eat anything I want to eat. Of course, I still eat very healthy. I have been doing that for years. I don't have cravings for any junk. I feel like, you know, other than my big belly and I get out of breath very easily, I feel pretty normal and great, which is awesome. I don't really have constipation or anything. My digestion seems to be great. And I think walking a lot does help. I walk and I do my workouts every day. I try to stretch and I do a lot of hip circles and stuff, like on my ball that I sit on. Another thing I want to start actually is, I don't know if I can find videos, but find videos about belly dancing, because I read something about belly dancing that it's really good for your pelvis, and later on it encourages the babies to get in the right position and all. And so I'm starting some workouts that teach me all of those positions. I go into a low squat a lot, which is easy for me because I've been doing that. I've been doing yoga for a long time. I don't do a lot of yoga right now, but I don't know. I just do what feels right that day, and I modify some exercises, and it just feels good. I haven't had another doctor's appointment. I don't have my next one until October, like the first week of October sometime. And I also don't have another midwife appointment until later on in October. So no, I'm just kind of a few weeks, which is kind of great, just breezing along. Now, movements. That is so cool. Movements I can totally feel now. And not just, it used to be to where I could feel baby A, or at least that felt like to me, in my lower left uterus corner. And now I can feel it in the middle and further up and a little bit on the right side. So I'm figuring they have turned. Last time I went for the ultrasound, they were both with their heads on my right side and their feet on my left. So they were both in transverse, like, stacked up on top of each other. But as they're getting bigger, I know they don't have that much space lying this way. So maybe they have moved, which of course I still have lots of time. They still have space to move around and to turn around. But yeah, I am very much praying for them to be both head down. I'm visualizing that. I talk to the babies, and it's really cool because my daughter, she's starting to be more connected, even more connected. And because I can feel the babies, I always tell her, like, ooh, I just felt the babies move for 10 minutes, like big time. And it is so cool when, sometimes last weekend I did a lot. We went to my mom's, and she lives about 2.5 hours away from here, but except it took us 4 hours because of really bad traffic jams to get there last Friday. That was horrible. It was horrible to sit in the car upright in that position. And I was driving for 4 hours. It was horrible. My body was just kaput when I arrived. My ankles were swollen. It was too much sitting in that position. I just could not handle it. I also got some compression stockings. I'm wearing them. I can't really show you right now. And I really think it helps when I'm up a lot, when I'm out and about a lot, or when I sit a lot for a few hours when I work. I try to sit on the sofa a lot. I can do a lot of my work just with my laptop sitting on the sofa. But I try to really be mindful about, your veins widen because of hormones. And so that makes it harder for fluid to flow back. They just widen. So a lot of times it'll get stuck in your legs and your feet. And so putting your feet up sometimes and putting your legs up does help, but also compression stockings. It's not really bad at this point. It was just that 4 hours of driving was horrible. And then on Saturday, we had like a class reunion, and we did like a barbecue, and I was there for several hours until midnight. That was a lot to, just to sit on a chair or on a bench for hours. And I did stand up and sit, but I could feel that's where I can feel that I'm definitely pregnant. That's hard to do now. I need to make sure I lie down or put my legs up every few hours. I'm still reading my books. I'm also listening to some audiobooks. I just got through some, and right now I'm listening to an audiobook. Hold on, let me tell you what it is. Okay, here are the books I have already listened to. One is Natural Childbirth, the Bradley Way. Revised Edition. And that one is by Susan McCutcheon, Robert A. Bradley. Well, he wrote the introduction. So Susan McCutcheon. And that was pretty nice. I think I always want to just listen to all these different ways of doing things, and whatever makes sense to me, I'll just emulate, I'll take. And some things are like, maybe that's just not my thing. But definitely the one thing I got out of that book was to really focus on complete relaxation. I remember when I had my daughter and I had her at home, we had a home birth and everything went really smoothly and fast for a first baby. Which makes me think maybe those twins it will not take that long. I don't know, when my first baby was just, I don't know, it was like 6 hours of active labor, really. That's very fast for a first baby. And then maybe these are gonna come really fast. So that was a great one. And the next one that I'm still listening to, it's called Spiritual, and then I never know how to say it. Is it midwifery or midwifery? I've heard both said. By Ina May Gaskin. Now, Ina May Gaskin, she's kind of a pioneer for natural birth. I did read her book before, what is it? I don't know, about natural childbirth. When I had my daughter, I read her book. Spiritual midwifery is more of there are a lot of stories. It's just a lot of stories about natural births. And you can tell it was written in the 70s. They call contractions rushes. And if you're into really, the spiritual aspect and connecting with your body, then that's a great book. And I think that's all I had so far. And right now, I'm listening to Mindful Birthing, Training the Mind, Body, and Heart for Childbirth and Beyond by Nancy Bardaki. Also, the last name is spelled Bardake. Bardak. I don't know how to say her name. So I enjoy it. It's really about, she is a nurse midwife and mindfulness teacher, and it's really about not, you have expectations, but about just kind of embracing the moment. And I think when you're giving birth, I remember when I gave birth, that was really important, just embracing the moment and just being there in the moment, not judging it, but just accepting whatever's happening and trusting that that's just how it is supposed to be right now. And even if things don't go as expected, that you don't just hold on to the past or the future, but that you just embrace that moment and just, it is what it is. Don't fight it. In birth, it's like you never know. It's not really just in your control. So whatever is not within your control, just befriend it. Yeah, so those are my reading things right now, and I think that's pretty much it. I feel, other than that, I'm still not extremely tired. Even those days when I did not sleep well, when I hardly slept, I'm surprised. I did not feel exhausted, and I thought I'd feel like destroyed during the day, but I didn't. And that's kind of really weird. I think really taking my iodine is just so important. Never had that tiredness since I've been taking my iodine. Or I'm taking it as kelp, like kelp tablets. It's natural iodine. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Gonna give you another update soon. I have a lot to do. School just started back up this week after a 6-week summer break for us. And so now I'm actually so happy to be able to get back into my groove and get some work done, because in the summer I did not get a lot of my work done. So I hope I have time for more updates. But yeah, I just do whatever I can. Thanks for watching, and all of you who are still TTC, I'm sending lots of baby dust your way. You will hold your baby in your arms. Just believe in it, and you're gonna manifest it. And those of you who are also pregnant, wishing you all the best for your pregnancy. And those of you who are just here because you are interested in watching my videos, you're not pregnant, you're not trying to get pregnant, I hope you enjoy my updates. I always thought it was really interesting. It's a miracle, right? And now I'm going to show you my belly before I forget. Now, of course, again, I'm wearing this. It's an actual maternity dress. Okay, let's see if you can see this. Yeah, here we go. This is my belly right now, and I feel, see when you, there. When I do this, you can actually really see it. And yeah, I feel it's really pretty. And I'm actually proud of my belly. I feel really good about it because now it doesn't look like I just ate too much anymore. You know, I usually wear kind of wide, comfortable clothes, and up to this point, up to recently, probably a lot of people might have thought, I don't know, is she pregnant or not? When I went to my class reunion last week, no one knew about it yet. And well, my best friend from school back then, she was kind of upset at me that I didn't send her like a message earlier. She's like, why didn't you tell me? It's like, well, I didn't want to tell anyone because I also had 2 miscarriages in the past 3 years, and I just wanted to kind of wait. But they all, when I came and I just said hi to everyone, they all looked at me like, Freya, hey. And I said, what? What? Why are you looking at me that way? And no one wanted to say anything until I said, yes, I am pregnant. And then they were like, oh, okay, I was about to say, but I just didn't want to say anything wrong. You know what? There's this, you just don't want to, you know, until someone is like 30 weeks and beyond, it's like, could just be a bloated belly or whatever. But that was kind of funny. And they were all like, you know, my age, of course. But I actually had another classmate who last year showed up and she said, oh, by the way, I just had another baby. So I guess I'm not the only one who still has babies late. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Be blessed.